let us continue, shall we? So now, let me move this over to illustrate another thing, a little quirky thing. I want to go do something, and I go head back on over here to the terminal, and I get this weird error message, and no matter what I type, it doesn't seem to want to let you do anything now. That is because I have summoned a program from the command line. GHEX is running from the command line, and so it's still active here. So to get back to the terminal, I have to actually watch what happens over here when I close GHEX. Bang! You see, now I'm back at the command line and can continue from there. You could also, of course, get to GHEX from there, and it might not do that, but we're just kind of doing everything from the command line. Okay, we have just compiled our first program. Now we're going to try to run it, and I mean, this would be like just running your computer off of nothing but this. Okay, now when we're doing lower level programming and stuff, you know, I mean, there is no undo in the world of lower level programming. There are things that you could do to your computer. I mean, you could accidentally like overwrite something in your BIOS or something, and now from now on your computer, well, until you restart it or whatever, but you can mess things up in there is the point, you know. So for safety's sake, what you can do is create a virtual computer and run your program in there, and if anything goes wonky, there's ways to kind of monitor all that, you know, and make sure that you're not, like, you know, destroying wiping out your BIOS in the process of trying to run your program. Okay, for that we have basically a computer simulator. A computer simulator, you know, and it will kind of do everything your computer would do, and you can run programs in it, in this like window. Why don't I just open it and we can stop talking about it. So that is going to be called Qemu, which is Qemu. And in the old days you could just call that, but now there's different flavors, different versions of it, depending on what kind of processor that you're going to be using. So you could just type QE if you want, and just hit tab. And there's different system types of Qemu. Ours is x86, so I'm just going to add an X on there and hit tab, and there it completes all that, which is... you could type it all yourself if you feel like it, you know, but there it is. We have an x86 64 processor in here, so that's the version of Qemu we're going to run on here. And now we're going to take a look. We're going to run this like as if we were running it on a computer now, okay? So let's tell it what we're going to Qemu, which is o2.bin. And I don't know if you've ever like turned on a computer that didn't have a hard disk, or the operating system got wiped out or something, but this is essentially what you would see. You know, a bunch of graphics and a little printout and stuff. Okay, and first it's going to try and boot off of the designated where the operating system is supposed to be. Couldn't find it there, so then it goes and looks on the floppy. Couldn't find it there. Wasn't on the CD-ROM. Wasn't, you know, in any of these other places. No bootable device found. Okay, we have an error, as predicted. Okay, so now in our next video, we're going to talk about why we and how to fix that, and how to make little code snippets that you might find on the internet or whatever actually run. How to write them in assembly. Okay, let me just get out of Qemu for now, so we're back where we started. Okay, and we'll continue from there.